It sure does seem as if the rain has been pretty constant for the last several days, and the National Weather Service says it's the result of a monsoon, which is traveling through the Mariana Islands.
We have a weak circulation that's passing through the Marianas, and as a result, those circulations tend to create a lot of heavy rainfall as they move near the islands.
We haven't had weather like this for a couple of years, but meteorologist Dan Mundell says this sort of thing is actually typical of the island's climate.
This time of year, the winds shift from our normal trade wind pattern of easterly winds that we get most of the year to where we have what are called monsoon winds that sort of come up from the west or southwest, and that typically tends to be a very wet type of pattern where we get abundant rainfall. And if we get circulations that form in what's called the monsoon trough, that brings even more rain, and that's kind of what's going on right now.
Lead meteorologist Chip Gard says the weather has been much different this year than in years prior, and much of that has to do with it being an El Nino cycle.
Mana, we've gone into a big change. Over the last 2 years, we were in this La Nina kind of pattern, and most of the storms were developing out to the west of us, and we actually had a couple of years of really nice weather. But now we're in more of an El Nino kind of situation, and that's going to bring the bad weather, the monsoon conditions like we've been experiencing, back across us, back even east of us. And so we're going to see tropical cyclones start to develop later on in the year to the east of us.
One bit of advice the weather folks are putting out is that there is always a chance for a storm to develop in this region, so always keep your typhoon shutters and supplies handy should something come up.
We're the only place in the world, the only basin in the world where we can get a typhoon any month of the year. So in 72 hours, systems can spin up to typhoon intensity, and that's the reason we're always in condition of readiness 4. So they can spin up anytime.